got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message.
Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he floats one there. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20.
Don't worry about it, baby.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 84 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack on 1st down, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice.
To enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know. You and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
7-yard line.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
that incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Giants. 49 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Block will try again on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
Third down.
On third and long, it's Locke.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mahomes going to throw it here. Going up top for Kupp. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.